Hey there, let me talk to you about faith this morning. In Luke chapter 7, the verse 2 downwards, there was a man, a centurion, a Gentile, someone who had nothing to do with Jesus, someone who had no theology, someone who didn't have the basic education of a Jewish person. But the Bible says that there was a day that the servant, not even the son of this person, was sick. The servant was sick and was on the point of death. And the centurion sent people to Jesus to ask for healing. But the discourse goes on to say that when the people went to Jesus and they encountered him, when Jesus was going close to the house of the centurion, he came out and gave word to his disciples, to his servants, to tell Jesus that there was no need for Jesus to come into his house because he was not worthy of the presence of Jesus. You see, the man was seeing something that even the believers, even the Pharisees, the scribes, whatever they were, they didn't, or they failed to recognize in Jesus. You see, what makes the faith of the centurion remarkable is that it isn't primarily emotional or desperate. It is structural. He doesn't come to Jesus out of panic alone. He comes to Jesus because he reasons something about the nature of the authority of Christ, because he talks about authority, that he is a man of authority and he's a man also under authority. So he understood that Jesus had command over things that normal human beings didn't have. He heard that Jesus was casting out spirit, and he knew that spirits just don't obey human beings from the standpoint of obeying them, but they obey what they say because of what stands and backs them. I want to ask you this morning, what have you understood about Jesus? Because he wasn't part of the disciples, he wasn't a Jew, so he was an unbeliever totally. He had nothing to do with church, but he had an understanding of the authority of Christ. He had an understanding of the figure of Christ. That is why someone can get born again today and receive blessings and breakthroughs and healing and deliverances that a person who has been in church for years can never or even think about. Because faith is not what you do, faith is what you believe in, who the person in whom you believe. So who do you believe this morning? Who do you trust this morning? Where does your faith lies? Because the fact that you go to church doesn't mean that you believe in Christ. Because